Hello, this is Scroll Center. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Champions Online. Again, this is one of the ones that didn't record correctly, the audio, so we're going to try that again. Yeah, wow. Anyways, oh, that means I don't get to read these things. It'll go by too fast. Short version, he needs to go on a patrol around this area, and the guys here are too tough for him. That's because he's one guy with a pistol, and you'll see what kind of guys are fighting here. Generally speaking, you need either a way to heal the guy, a good area of effect attack, or to outlevel him. Sometimes you might be able to get away with a few other tricks as well. It's pretty easy for that guy back there to get killed. He's a wimp. And he gets annoying. So, that being said, once this video is done, I'll be back to live commentary, and I have to admit, it's my first time doing post-commentary, and I do not like it. You live and learn, right? Anyways, got our guy moseying along. My other part that I don't like about it is if you do fail, you have to deal with him moseying around again. So, yeah. By the way, I believe all of those things like that police van can be picked up and thrown, but only with really high strength. So I'm not sure exactly how high, but a few hundred will probably do it. Maybe less. That being said, telekinesis. Why don't I bring that up? I love the concept of telekinesis. I hate its execution, because game after game just feels like they didn't do much of it. I'm hoping there's a game out there with cool telekinesis, I just haven't found it. Oh, hoo-hoo. I remember this. I think this is the one where... See, it's been a while since I actually played this, because I've had a bunch of stuff going on. I think that the cop guy gets defeated because of the ambush. In this one, yeah, see, his health's dropping fast. There's not a thing I can do about it, because I have no area of effects, no heals. And even though I'm higher level, I'm playing a support type. That just doesn't work, you know? Yeah, it looks like I'm going to probably pop a heal in here pretty quick. Yep, there we go. Use the candy corn, which is a healing item, I guess, from Halloween. Oh, that's right. When I get back, it won't be Halloween anymore. It's been a bit. I've got too much going on. I'll just leave it at that. Anyways, I don't think this guy's going to last long because of his low health. And again, I can't heal him. Not a thing I can do. So, that's... And he doesn't heal up, like, between fights. He just slowly gets whittled down. Which is annoying. Speaking of which, I now have a cat trying to bite me. He thinks it's fun. He thinks he's playing. Well, in his mind he's playing. He's also going to get sprayed if he doesn't move. There we go. Anyways. Not going to let him bite me, that's what it comes down to. But yeah, if that police officer gets hit even a little bit, he's dosed. Anyways. That's why I recommend holding back, is because it doesn't take much. You might succeed, you know. It's no guarantee one way or the other. You might do really well. Or it might be like this, where he gets caught and you try to switch over and I can't get it to switch properly and he gets killed and defeated. See? Mission failed. Yeah, it was right. This was the run that didn't work. I'll have to go back and check and see if I actually completed that mission or not. There's only one more video after this has been recorded. Of course, it actually has the proper live commentary. And I haven't uploaded it because this video wasn't done. So, oh well. I can't wait to get back to my normal schedule. I've just been having lots of garbage going on, trying to get everything going. Oh, look. Loot. It takes so long for these items to show up that it's easy to miss them. I think personally, and I'm just going to be upfront with this, this is a really stupid loot system. And I'll tell you why. This game was made by Cryptic Studios. Cryptic Studios made City of Heroes. City of Heroes had an awesome loot system. So why'd they ditch it? In City of Heroes, you don't walk up to, you know, defeated enemies and pick up loot. It just goes straight to your inventory. There's no rolling on it. It's just what you get, and what they get, they get. Everyone gets their separate, you know, loot automatically. It's not really going to be something where you have to fight over that big item that everyone wants, because everyone's going to get the same thing. Or more specifically, they're actually getting it for themselves, not for someone else. Oh, by the way, this is where you could do the Halloween event, is these little events here. Defeat a bunch of zombies, defeat some big guy. It's like an undead superhero. I did it the very first Halloween the game was out, and I haven't done it since because it just, not interesting to me, and I have the rewards, so it felt more tedious than it probably is. It's not that bad, you know. But when you've already done it and you've already seen it, and there's no rewards left, it's like, I'll just move on. It's nice. But, maybe if I wanted more perks or something, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyways, so, I was going to talk about telekinesis. I forgot about that. So, basically, the telekinesis power in this game, there's two things. There's the actual power, and then there's the power set. The power set is not standard telekinesis. It's actually psi blades. And, like, spikes made up of psi energy and things like that. With very little in the way of, telekinetic force. You can't just, like, pick up and throw people. In fact, you can't do that at all. Which is annoying. I think I may have mentioned that, that's why I use force. But, like, in here, there's a bunch of bigger boxes and there's some smaller boxes, and if you use telekinesis, you don't know which ones you're going to get. So I might end up with one of these smaller crates that hardly does any damage, or I may get one of the big honking things that smash the guys pretty big, pretty hard. And here there's a lot of stuff to pick up and throw, but a lot of places there isn't. Unfortunately, I'm pretty certain those big honking boxes can't be thrown. That's okay. There's other places we can throw tanks. Hover tanks, even. So, hey, Oh, right, this is the point where I remembered, oh yeah, I can stealth everything, and that's a good thing I'm watching this, because I actually forgot that again. Yeah. I remember back when things weren't quite so bad with PvP. I tried a bit of it, and it was a really good emergency, get out of dodge power to use your teleportation, get a moment to recover, and then come back to the fight. It was shorter than getting defeated and coming back to the fight, basically. Unfortunately, it was a problem, because who's going to get kills, and everyone keeps running away from each other. And so, naturally, they had to deal with it. And that's fair enough. You'll find that people generally don't play PvP. If you go in the queues, you probably won't ever get in. People just aren't that interested in it because it's actually pretty darn imbalanced. It is what it is. Oh, looks like I switched the tab for some reason over to NPC tab. Maybe I didn't want something showing up on chat. I wasn't paying attention. Anyways, doesn't matter. The NPC chat at least gets you to be able to see things. Or maybe I was actually reading off what they were saying. Anyways, doesn't matter. So, PvP is a little bit imbalanced. Not as bad as it was in beta or alpha, I guess it would have been. That was hilarious. I think it was actually beta by the time I got in, but it could be alpha. But what happened was that literally, I had a character. I just like, what the heck, I'll go try it out. And I had a pet-centric character, and the pets had a lot more knockback then than they do now. More of them, I should say. And so I just happened to have a number of guys that did knockback, and basically whoever I went after just literally got pinned to the wall, sent flying like up the side of the wall, and smashed up into the corner of the ceiling, and couldn't do anything. Funny for me, but I'll be honest, that was not fun for them. And so they had to fix that. It's a good thing they did. So PvP is a lot better than it was, but now they've got a different system, and that's where you talk about the supervillain onslaught, which is where basically you can become a big bad supervillain, smash up some of these targets to get some points, and then go, after you've got your certain number of points you would get for the day, most people will then go and fight players, and a lot of people let the players win just so they get the opportunity to get that points on that side. Other people will just see how many players they can take down. It's if you get enough players on you, you're probably going to get defeated, but the more players you get, the more powerful you get. It's just that you can't recover and they can. And some of these players literally are pretty awesome builds. You're not going to break through their defenses. They're just regenerating too fast, healing up from old battles, which is natural. So that's one of the advantages that a lot of players have over the villains, is that the villains can be worn down over time. But, you can't, necessarily. Now, this guy obviously can. You can see how I'm waiting to get his health up. slowly going up. Wait, what? Oh, I had to move something was getting in the way. Alright, I always do that. Put it up there. That's just my habit. You know, you can move things around and find out how the user interface works. It's good for you. By the way, Cryptic Studios has also made Star Trek Online and Neverwinter Online. You know, they kind of went to the online formula. Champions Online, for example. Where they basically are taking various, what do you call it? Anyways, ideas that other people had. Like to the Champions is based on a role-playing game that it became a hero system, which I still play hero system, but it was the superhero part of hero system. And so they took that setting for this one, so they had a setting already in use. Alright, I'm stealthing some more here. Of course, Star Trek is pretty obvious where that comes from. Neverwinter is another tabletop role-playing game. Dungeons & Dragons, for those who aren't familiar with that kind of thing, they had like a certain method of rules that were roughly the same with some changes they went through edition to edition. But when they hit the transition from 3rd edition to 4th edition, they made massive sweeping changes. And a lot of people didn't like it. Understandably so. It's just, it's not what they wanted, and so like, a lot of people stayed because it's still got the name Dungeons & Dragons, it's still got the setting, it's what they're used to. But Pathfinder then came out with an equivalent to what probably would have been 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons. If, you know, they have that. Wait, did I talk about Pathfinder Online? I don't think there is a Oh, there is a Pathfinder Online. I'm getting it swapped around. Brain, why are you doing this to me? It's not good to hear about something you probably will never have anything to do with. They made Neverwinter Online. It's not Pathfinder Online. Anyways, I was talking about Pathfinder Online because there is a Pathfinder Online, but I got swapped in my brain for some reason. I started thinking, wait, isn't that the setting from a Dungeons & Dragons game that I'm talking about? It is. It's actually from the Neverwinter series. Neverwinter Nights was not my favorite because the mechanics were okay. There were some things that I thought were not so fun. Fighting the Bodak that just, like, your best way of defeating it, in my opinion, is to save your game before you go in and then use a separate save for, like, every round of combat. And you can pause the game and save it and then let it go for a few seconds and then go. Because it is live, but you can pause it whenever you want it to. It's not like turn-based. But the thing is that the Bodak is continually putting out this, like, chance of instant death. So you're just walking around, dead. That's it. Game over. That's not fun. So that was where my complaint came in. But most of it was pretty good. My complaint was that the plot was dark. Holy crud, the things you could do if you played the evil side were sick. Just, no. I guess people like that. But, yeah. No, that was not for me at all. Other people maybe, but not for me. Anyways, but that said, I don't know about Neverwinter Nights 2. Never really got through it. Not even got that far into it. And then you've got this game. Now, not this game. The other one I was talking about, Neverwinter Nights or Neverwinter Online, which